Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at a coin that might be hiding in your collection or maybe even sitting unnoticed in a coin jar at home. The 1905 1-cent coin from the United States is a fascinating piece of American history, representing the final years of one of the country's most beloved coin designs, the Indian head cent. In today's video, we're going to explore this coin in detail, from its design and the story behind it, to its current value and how you can sell it if you happen to own one. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into the past together. First, let's talk about the design of the 1905 1-cent coin. Contrary to what its name suggests, the Indian head cent doesn't actually feature a Native American man or woman. Instead, the portrait on the coin is a representation of Lady Liberty wearing a Native American-style headdress. This design was created by James Barton Longacre, who was the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. Longacre's design was meant to symbolize freedom and the American spirit. The front, or obverse side, shows Lady Liberty facing left, adorned with a feathered headdress with the word Liberty inscribed on the band. Around her, the words United States of America are displayed, and at the bottom, you'll see the date 1905. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a simple yet elegant design. There's a wreath made of oak leaves, tied together with a ribbon at the bottom, and in the center, the denomination, 1 cent, is boldly written. Above the wreath, there's a small shield, symbolizing the strength and unity of the country. The Indian head cent was first introduced in 1859, replacing the earlier Flying Eagle cent. The coin was minted from 1859 to 1909, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln cent that we all know today. The Indian head cent quickly became popular among Americans, partly because of its beautiful design and partly because of the era it represented, a time of growth, westward expansion, and great change in the United States. Now let's dig a little deeper into the historical context of the 1905 Indian head cent. The early 1900s were a transformative period in American history. The country was rapidly industrializing, cities were growing, and new technologies like automobiles and electricity were beginning to change everyday life. The 1905 Indian head cent circulated widely during this time and would have passed through countless hands, from factory workers to shopkeepers, from farmers to young children saving up pennies for candy. Interestingly, the 1905 cent was produced only at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike later coins that have mint marks to indicate where they were produced, the Philadelphia Mint coins of that era did not have a mint mark. In 1905, over 80 million Indian head cents were struck, making it one of the more common dates in the series. This high mintage means that many examples survive today, which is great news for collectors. Speaking of collectors, let's talk about the value of the 1905 Indian head cent. If you're wondering how much your coin might be worth, it depends on a few factors: condition, rarity, and demand. Since the 1905 cent had such a high mintage, it is not considered particularly rare. However, coins in better condition, known as higher grades, can still command strong prices. Coins that are heavily worn and circulated might be worth around $2 to $5. These are coins that have been in many pockets and seen lots of use. In slightly better condition, called fine or very fine, the coin might fetch anywhere from $10 to $20. If you have a coin in extremely fine or about uncirculated condition, the value jumps to around $30 to $50. The real stars are coins in uncirculated condition, often called mint state. These coins have not been used in circulation and still have their original luster. A mint state 1905 Indian head cent can be worth anywhere from $100 to over $300, depending on the exact grade. In rare cases, coins graded very high by professional services like MS65 or MS66 have sold for even higher prices at auctions. Another factor that can affect value is whether the coin has been cleaned or damaged. Collectors prefer coins with natural surfaces and original toning, so a clean coin will often sell for less, even if it appears shiny. Now, if you have a 1905 Indian head cent and you're thinking about selling it, there are a few things you should know. First, it's important to figure out exactly what you have. Examine the coin carefully and determine its condition. If you're not sure, it might be worth sending it to a professional grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. These services can authenticate and grade your coin, which usually makes it easier to sell and can increase the final price. Once you know your coin's grade, you have a few options for selling. You could sell it to a local coin dealer, which is usually the fastest and easiest route. However, keep in mind that dealers need to make a profit, so they'll typically offer you a bit less than the retail value. Another option is to sell at a coin show or through a coin club. This can give you access to more serious collectors and potentially better prices. If you're comfortable with online selling, you can list the coin on websites like eBay, where you might reach a larger audience. Just remember to take clear, high-quality photos and provide an honest description of the coin's condition. When selling, always be cautious. Avoid shipping coins without insurance or tracking, and be wary of offers that seem too good to be true. It's always better to deal with reputable buyers and platforms. Aside from monetary value, the 1905 Indian head cent has a lot of historical and sentimental value. Many collectors enjoy holding these coins because they connect them to a bygone era. Imagine all the hands this penny could have passed through over a century ago. It might have been used to buy a newspaper in 1905 or given as change at a country store. Collecting coins like the 1905 Indian head cent is about more than just money. It's about preserving a small piece of American history, appreciating the artistry and craftsmanship, and passing that piece of history on to future generations. In summary, the 1905 1 cent USA coin is a beautiful and affordable collectible. With its iconic design by James Longacre, rich history tied to early 20th century America, and accessible value, it's no surprise that it remains popular among both beginner and experienced collectors. Whether you find one in an old box, inherit it from a relative, or pick it up at a coin shop, the 1905 Indian head cent offers a tangible link to our nation's past. It reminds us of a time when a single cent could buy a handful of candy or a ride on a trolley car. Today, it continues to capture imaginations and inspire people to learn more about American history and the art of coinage. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1905 Indian head cent, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you won't miss future episodes where we explore more fascinating coins from the past. And if you have a 1905 Indian head cent of your own, or any other interesting coins, drop a comment below and share your story. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.